Welcome everyone. This is EduTrust Protocol. So today I'm gonna talk about this project. Okay, actually I was a veteran in international education industry, and I see many products that they say like they will guarantee that students will get the offer, and this is kind of like tricky marketing strategy, because at the end they will just photoshop the transcript of the students, and then if they don't get the offer, the students will feel like, okay, this is not the right or legal way at the beginning, so I was afraid of to making the call. I was afraid to telling the police, so they just suffer from this painful experience and just let it go. And that's just a very common example that I saw every day in this industry. And also, one of my clients, I can talk about Kylie. She spent 3 years trying to get a PhD, and she is a bachelor actually. And she master degree and then buy the PhD degree. Even though the agency that I work for is kind of reliable agency, but basically Kylie lost all the leverage when the payment was done. And she won't tell anyone because she knows it's not right in the first place, or it's just a dark area or the gray area that nobody knows is it legal or not legal. So this is the case, I think, many cases that can be solved and can be improved because of smart contract. Most of the agencies, we know about the policy change and the risk months before the students did. So in this information gap, so the student were left powerless. And when we come to refund, most of the agency will actually dictate what could be returned and what couldn't. So the student had no leverage. And for some responsible and reliable agency, they will refund, but not everyone can be reliable. It is not just a loss of money, it's a loss of many years of a human life and the opportunity cost. They ruin the trust systems in the industry and leave those real, reliable, and responsible agencies nowhere to go. So Riley Addressed will flip the power dynamic. We use Casper smart contract to lock the funds, so the agents doesn't get the full payment upfront. So instead, the payment is released only when specific milestones are verified on chain. For example, the PhD student want to use our protocol, the final payment would have been locked until the degree was successfully accredited. So the agency would be incentivized to be honest because their payout depends on the actual result, not just a sales pitch. You can see the process here. So first, funds locked in Casper smart contract, and then we come to consultation and application, admission, so the whole service process. And at the end, if the PhD or the degree was successfully accredited, or in some cases, the student got the offer, then we verified on chain. The key feature of Riley EduTrust is the problem with power. So I'm not the judge. So some people might ask, like, Riley, since this is your project, will you be the one making the final call? So my answer is no. In a really truly decentralized world, I shouldn't have that power. No single person should, to ensure absolute fairness. So I remove the human element of friendship or boss-subordinate relations and replace it with a protocol-governed system. So what does it mean? We'll be supported by SBT and DID. SBT, which means soul bond token, and DID means decentralized identity. So we will build our expert pool. So the EduTrust pool can use two cutting-edge technology. First, DID. For people who don't know what it is, let me explain. So think about it as like a digital encrypted resume that the experts owns. So in the international education industry, they need to have 5 more years of experience in this industry, and they don't have to reveal their private home address or sensitive ID numbers. And for the SBT soul bond tokens, so once verified, the system will issue them a badge of expertise. So unlike regular tokens, this SBT cannot be sold. Unlike regular tokens, this SBT cannot be sold or transferred. So it's bound to their digital soul. So make sure that when the judge the case is actually the qualified expert we verified, and not just some people who just bought a high-ranking account, and it's absolutely based on randomness. So this is what the pools will look like, and then how to choose judge, it will be totally depend on the randomness.